Alright, these guys right here are going to jump directly at me and be right at me personally, so this won't be as much of a range thing. So I'm going to do first is I'm going to do Shard of the Avalanche from a distance to get a nice big hit on them immediately and knock them down, which will stop them from being able to come around me and get combat advantage of me. I'll have control. And then I'm going to jump in the middle of them while they're still on the ground trying to get up. I'm going to drop down Icy Terrain, which is an AoE. It puts ice debuffs on them, freezing, and it does a small amount of damage to all of them. Actually, a little bit more small amount of damage. The next skill I'll do is to one target, usually the biggest, most healthy target. Is I will put Conduit of Ice on them, and Conduit of Ice is on my tab. That way it makes it a small AoE, so whoever has Conduit of Ice on him, which will be the bigger guy, he will be getting a small little AoE around him, and this AoE hits a lot. It's got a good, real fast dot time, and with every small amount of dot gives a chance for my Storm spell passive to proc. And when the Storm spell hits, you'll see the little electric bolts come out in the middle of the air and shock the guy. And those suckers do a lot of damage. That is the entire basis of why I've Conduit of Ice and Icy Terrain together, because it stacks up a lot of chill and it does a lot of the Storm spell. So that's where a lot of damage comes from those. And then last but not least, I will try to come around the side and line the mobs up as much as I can, because I have a spell called Sudden Storm that does a line of lightning bolts in front of me. It does a lot of damage, and that's always a nice finisher. After I do all that, I will start hitting them with my At-Will Chilling Cloud, which will do the last final chill stacks that are necessary to freeze all the mobs, thus giving me control over them, they're not hurting me, and giving me time to reposition myself to start the rotation over again.
Alright, sounds good.
Here we go.
So I'm going to inspect you. And just going to look over your stats just so people know what's good and what isn't, because you definitely have better stats than I do.
Well, the gear I have on right now is the blue gear. This is mod 7, and so right now from the dungeons, at least the first epic layer of Lostmouth, Village's Tower, and Malboss Castle all give these Alliance Raid and Alliance Assault gear. It's not the final dungeon gear. The next the next group of dungeons, you have to have item level of 2,000 or more, which I do have now, and I am now pursuing those. But to get there, you got to have these items, because they get your item level up and make you viable in those dungeons and not being one hit. So that's why I have the Alliance gear right there in my main party parts. As for the rings and the belts, those I got because those are all makeable through jewel crafting. I didn't make them, I bought them, but the fact that they have 2 gems on them is something that you can only do the jewel crafting. You can't buy anything with 2 gems on them. I had to make that myself. And that's some really, I just made those recently. Those suckers I'm really proud of those babies. You notice that all my artifact slots are, secondary artifact slots are empty. It's a very sad thing, but it's something that a lot of people have to get used to for now, because artifacts are very, very hard to come by, and they're very expensive in the auction house. And that's why I don't have any.